Beloved hearts of love, I, known as Saint Germain, greet you this day through this messenger Usa. I am grateful that Mother Akasha has invited me to speak in this weekly Masters broadcast once again. For those who are not completely familiar to me, I am one of the Ascended Masters who have been called to your world to prepare humankind and the earth for this new seventh golden age your earth has entered into in the year 2012. A golden age that is to be permanent, last for 10,000 years, which ought to be sufficient to awaken every human being on earth, resurrect humanity into living their highest purpose, to become perfect individualizations of the source of their beingness, the infinite I am God presence of our universe. I presently reside in the fifth dimension of your planet Earth. I have been called by your spiritual hierarchy to serve humanity, to ensure this golden age succeeds. Along with me, the Master Jesus, who came to the earth some 2,000 years ago from the Golden Shrine Galaxy, and Mother Akasha, who has come from the great central sun. The three of us, together, have come to ensure this new golden age succeeds and is permanent. Now, precious hearts, any golden age that unfolds in any world, anywhere in our universe, requires first the great cleansing of the peoples and the powers of nature and all other species and kingdoms that share life upon a planet. For your planet, this means all discord and unfortunate miscreations that have manifested in your world, caused directly or indirectly by the people of the world over centuries of time, must be cleansed or removed from the world for the golden age to proceed. And now, in this cosmic moment, this includes the removal of all infectious viruses that harm and destroy life. The virus that is of the greatest concern is the coronavirus. Now, the three of us, Mother Akasha and beloved Jesus, again I say, we are called to oversee. And we are overseeing more than 200 ascended masters who have been selected to overlight and assist this golden age. Now, this means we are given the authority to activate dispensations. Dispensations, precious hearts, are cosmic permissions to offer intervention in your world. We are guided by the all-knowing silent watchers who advise us of those moments where we can offer greater intervention, when and where there are some of the people who are awakened and have discovered the reality of the Ascended Masters and the great angelic host. These mighty silent watchers of our universe work with the all-knowing mind of our universe, the all-seeing eye of God. And they guide us to precise moments to offer your world the divine assistance that is required from time to time to remove discord, filth, impurities, and disease that has the ability to threaten life upon your planet. A cosmic moment has arrived where permission has come from a great cosmic being that oversees our solar system, your solar system, known as the Director Logos, or the Great Divine Director, in which greater permission is granted for the release of our powers, our sacred fire, to come into the world in degrees that has never been seen before. Unknown to most of the people, we have been working behind the scenes for the past 100 years, offering some spiritual groups that started with that group, that foundation that has my name, the Saint Germain Foundation, which is that foundation, that spiritual group that has the authority and who has hosted my presence, my flame into this world. In much the same way that the Radiant Rose Academy hosts the sacred fire flame of Mother Akasha, and the great goddess Himalaya of the Himalayas, where beloved Jesus, when he was a young man, before his ministry, attended the ancient mystery schools. And therefore, to this day, it is the great goddess Himalaya, who sponsors beloved Master Jesus' golden flame. Now, beloved hearts, the greatest service we must offer of the ascended host is our powers to purify all life. Once that purity is taking hold, then it is for us, under the direction of the silent watchers, to find those human beings in your world that are most prone, most sensitive to fully awaken, embrace their spiritual nature, and as the silent watchers help us to find these ones, perhaps such as each of you, then we come to offer not only the purity, but also the great cosmic light and love to the world to help the people become fully purified, awakened, illumined, and enlightened. It is in this way, precious hearts, that a new golden age can unfold. Many of you already know that the ascended and angelic host use powers that seem to be invisible to you, powers that human beings have not yet been raised sufficiently to harvest in their own lives. All the more reason to invite us in so that we can offer you our powers and do for you and your world what human beings cannot yet do for themselves. And so you already know, many of you awakened, that the ascended host and angelic host use the power of the sacred fire and great cosmic rays of light, rays of love. Mother Akasha serves the rose-pink flames of divine love. Beloved Master Jesus serves the golden flames of all Christ illumination. Archangel Michael serves the cosmic blue flame of purity and power. And I myself serve the flame of transformation, transmutation, and transfiguration. My flame is the mighty violet alchemist flame, with all power to purify and transmute discordant energies. Beloved hearts of love, none of us work alone. As I stated, the three of us are overlighting more than 200 ascended masters who have been chosen to overlight humanity and the planet Earth for the duration of this golden age. A golden age that should bring about the ascension of all life upon your planet. So again, none of us work alone. Many of the ascended hosts who have been selected work with the three of us. Myself, Saint Germain, Mother Akasha, and beloved Jesus the Christ. Plus, we have uncountable legions. Don't you love that word, precious hearts? Uncountable legions of the angelic host who work with us. And you might remember well, there are 144,000 angels in just one legion. Seems to me, I recall, that in the Radiant Rose Academy, students have been offered each one legion of angels, 144,000 angels, that you may direct those angels into various service in the world to assist life. So that is more than enough of us to purify or remove all discord and impurity from your world. And as some of you have heard before, there is a however. And that however is the cosmic law that states for us to come into your world and correct conditions, we must be invited. Now, we do not require, fortunately, the entire race of humans to invite us, and thank all glory and grace for that. We only require a small portion of the people who will use their free will once they discover us and reach up to us in their prayers, decrees, or mantras and call for divine intervention. That hour where permission is being granted us to receive your calls for greater intervention in your world. The cosmic hour has arrived that we may, even though we only have a small portion of humanity who recognize us, who love us, who desire us in their lives, new dispensations are being granted almost daily now by the great divine director of the system of worlds for greater intervention to the planet Earth and her people and all life upon the earth, as long as some of the people recognize us, use their free will and call to us. Now, beloved hearts, I have prepared a mantra for you to communicate to me and some others of the ascended and angelic host. Some of you know the power of decreeing to the ascended host. Some of you are new to it. Well, we love to write the decrees because we can then charge those decrees with our ascended master radiation, which is the attainment of our consciousness. And then when we write our decrees, we give them to our messengers upon the earth so they can be distributed to you so that you know how to communicate with us. And so that you know how to call to us in a rhythmic manner that gets our attention. And when we receive your calls to us, we begin the process of releasing our sacred fire into your world. Now, again, I say to you, we have uncountable legions of the angelic host who make themselves available to us. And as the angelic host, blaze our sacred fire. There is a process here. And as the angelic host blaze our sacred fire, first we wish to fill as much of your atmosphere with our sacred fire flames. And you might agree that your atmosphere of your planet needs our sacred fire flames. Then we attempt to cover over the powers of nature, blaze our flames into the soil, the water element, and the very structure of the earth to keep your planet stabilized. Then, precious hearts, we begin the process of sending forth, blazing our purifying and transmuting flames into the mental, emotional, and physical bodies of the people of earth. This begins the great cleansing of people's bodies of impurities that are threatening their lives. Today, by cosmic permission, in my presence with you, our focus will be and shall continue to be for the entire year the removal of the coronavirus from your worlds and from all life that is being poisoned by this infection. Now I hope it will please your heart that I have asked the great Archangel Michael to assist this effort. He really is a great fellow, you know. For us to do this, we require some of you to invite us in, to actually demand us to do this. Because, precious hearts, when you are doing this, when you call to us, when you demand our presence in your world, you are using the most precious gift life has given you, free will. And if you use your free will to determine that there shall be cosmic intervention in the world to save all life, then the cosmic law says that we must respond because you have turned your attention to the greater. You have asked for help. You have used your free will. And then we use our cosmic free will to respond. So I have prepared a mantra that you can use to call to us, that gives us the dispensations and cosmic permissions to come into your world with greater concentrations of our sacred fire. In this case, my violet purifying and transmuting flames, and Archangel Michael's cosmic blue flames of purity and power, to begin the removal of the coronavirus that has been in your world in various forms and strains for more years than you realize. Now remember, precious hearts, before I begin, my flame offers you greater purity. Mother Akasha's flame offers you greater love. And beloved Master Jesus' flame offers you greater light. It's as simple as that. And you might find that the three of us are truly your dear friends of the light. And you might like to take up a new constructive habit, if you can find a few minutes each day, and call to us, Saint Germain, Mother Akasha, beloved Jesus, come and sit with me for a while, for a few minutes each day. Just that alone can make a remarkable difference in your life. So now I will speak the decree for intervention in the form of a mantra. Those involved in receiving this audio file and uploading it into the YouTube channel have already received a copy of this mantra, and I trust that a process will be used that this mantra will be copied into the comments area of the YouTube channel, so that there may those of you who wish to take up this mantra. I would not have taken the time to do this if these were not matters of such grave importance to your world. I know that you are awake. I know that you're trying your best to embrace your spiritual nature. I know that you have very busy lives. Yet we are now speaking of the greater good of humankind. We're speaking of saving people's lives. We're talking about removing an infection that is destructive to the very soil and water element of your planet. This golden age must proceed. And I say to you, I am sure you will join me. And perhaps I'll use some words from your world, that you will join me in decreeing it is time to take down this virus. And therefore, beloved parts of love, I will speak what I am asking you to speak to me. Let me begin. Mighty I am God presence, individualized and infinite, beloved Master Great Germain, seven mighty Elohim, Archangel Michael, ascended and angelic host of our spiritual hierarchy, great cosmic beings of light from the great central sun. We demand the full power of the violet purifying flames and the cosmic blue flame purity and power blazing into our world to silence and remove all coronaviruses. Release new dispensations, release new dispensations, release new dispensations to silence and remove all coronaviruses. Release new dispensations, release new dispensations, release new dispensations to silence and remove the coronavirus from people's bodies. Release new dispensations, release new dispensations, release new dispensations to purify the powers of nature of all coronaviruses. Almighty God, I am. Release new dispensations, release new dispensations, release new dispensations to silence and remove all coronaviruses. Release new dispensations, release new dispensations, release new dispensations to silence and remove the coronavirus from people's bodies. Release new dispensations, release new dispensations, release new dispensations to purify the powers of nature of all coronaviruses by God's own hand. Release new dispensations, release new dispensations, release new dispensations to silence and remove all coronaviruses. Release new dispensations, release new dispensations, release new dispensations to silence and remove the coronavirus from people's bodies. Release new dispensations, release new dispensations, release new dispensations to purify the powers of nature of all coronaviruses. The Ascended Master's way. And do it today. Do it to stay. Blaze the violet purifying flames and cosmic blue flame purity and power into the bodies of the people of earth. O Saint Germain, beloved Archangel Michael, blaze your violet purifying flames and cosmic blue flames purity and power into the bodies of the peoples of earth. O Saint Germain, beloved Archangel Michael, blaze your violet purifying flames and cosmic blue flame purity and power into the bodies of the people of earth. By the cosmic Christ violet purifying flame power and victory. By the cosmic Christ violet purifying flame power and victory. By the cosmic Christ violet purifying flame power and victory. With oceans of the great central sun sacred fire purity. With oceans of the great central sun sacred fire purity. With oceans of the great central sun sacred fire purity. And force the sacred fire purification, protection, and health of all life on earth. Force the sacred fire purification, protection, and health of all life on earth. Force the sacred fire purification, protection, and health of all life on earth. Beloved Saint Germain, Archangel Michael, I will come to love thee. You are my dear friends of the light. Come. I shall have remarkable faith that as I use my free will to invite your presence, that the time has come to take down all coronavirus from planet Earth, from all life, by the cosmic Christ violet purifying flames and power, by the cosmic Christ violet purifying flames and power and victory, by the cosmic Christ violet purifying flames, power and victory. Almighty Christ, I am. Almighty Christ, I am. Almighty Christ, I am. Now, precious hearts, remember, for all of us who live in the fifth and greater dimensions of life, we don't require your entire species, the human race, what I call the great I am race. We don't require all of you. Most of humankind has completely forgotten my existence, or Mother Akasha's existence. And tragically, too many of humankind do not accept the wonderful cosmic being that is the light of Christ. But you do. And we only need a portion, a small portion. And I say unto you, for those of you who will take a few minutes once or twice a day and issue this mighty decree with as much feeling, as much passion, and find your voice, to those of you, on behalf of Mother Akasha, on behalf of Jesus the Christ, we will never forget you. We will never forget you. We will never forget you. And we will stand your side until you are the victory of love, of light, until each of you are the flagship of eternal freedom and liberty to all life upon this earth. As I am servant to my violet alchemy flame, I offer myself in greater service to each of you. And I leave you and seal my time with you in those ancient words. My dear friends of the light, Namaste, Namaste, Namaste.